Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Don't forget to subscribe and tap on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. So for today's video, we will be doing a simple gel overlay. It is going to be a nice cute set, and for this video I am going to be including footage on both my right hand and my left hand, so you guys will get to see how I do my non-dominant hand. Well, how I do my dominant hand using my non-dominant hand. I think that is why the video is this long actually. Otherwise, it would have been shorter, but it's okay. We can roll with it. So to start off, I'm just going to push back the cuticles on my nails to expose more of the nail plate and to remove that dead skin on the nail plate. So after pushing back the cuticles, I'm going to be going in with my file and a flame bit. It is more of a needle bit, but it's a flame bit. It's in between those. It's one of those. It's from those packs that you get when you get your file. Yeah, I know they're not the best drill bits at the moment, but it is what I have, and I'm making do with what I have. So I'm going to use that to clean up the dead skin around the cuticles, and I really like this part. It is just quite satisfying for me, like seeing all that dead skin fall off and everything. It's one of my favorite things about doing nails. I'm going to do that on all my fingers as well as my thumb. So I do tend to like go back and use the cuticle pusher when I feel like the I didn't push the cuticles back enough, because I do not want to cut myself with the bit at all. So yeah, do be careful when using this bit, because you can easily cut yourself or your client, and we really do not want any of that. So after doing this, I'm going to go in and remove the dust, and then I'm going to be going in with my mandrel bit and a sanding band. It is a fine grit sanding band as well, just to remove the surface shine of the nails. This is an important step. Why? Because it helps with proper adhesion of the product onto the nail. So we're removing any of that shine on the nail or any oils that could be there, because that will also hinder the product from adhering properly to the nails. After doing that, I'm going to remove the dust, and then I will be going in with my hand file. It is a 180-100 grit file, and I'm going to be using the 180 side, because I do sort of have like a bit of thin nails, if I can put it that way, but they're not really thin, but they're a bit thin. They're not flimsy. Okay, one is actually flimsy, the one on my index finger, on both hands actually, and I don't know why, but I'm just going to be using my hand file and just shaping the nails. I do want to go with a more short squirrel type of shape for this overlay. I feel like it makes the gel polish last longer when the corners are not too sharp. So I will be rounding them out, and then I'm going to do that for all my nails, and then I'll be back. Y'all can just watch that, and I'll be back. So once I'm done shaping the nails, I'm going to go in with my brush and remove the dust, and then I'm going to be going in with a wipe and some acetone to just cleanse the nail, remove any impurities, the dust particles that could be there, and also to just dehydrate the nails. Most importantly, that's what I use it for. And then I'm going to go in and do the same process on the other hand. I'm just going to be pushing back the cuticles first, and since I'm dominantly like right-handed, It is quite a struggle, but since I've been doing my nails for almost a year now, I have honestly gotten quite better with it, and my left hand is my left hand is very stable when doing my right hand now, not as bad as it was when I started. And I really do appreciate that because now my nails no longer look so opposite. Like one hand would be so neat and the other would be just a hot mess. But now it's a whole lot better. They look quite similar to each other. So now I'm going to be going in with the needle bit and just go around the cuticles and remove the dead skin. So I did have quite a lot of dead skin on this hand. I don't know why, honestly, but because I do my nails at the same time. I don't do like doing one hand at a time. I just do my nails dedicated day, and then I'll stay the full course with those nails and I'll make another video. So I don't know, but it is what I observed. So yeah. So I'm really like being careful with this a file because I can accidentally cut myself because this is really like my non-dominant hand, and I gotta be extra careful, man. Just I don't want to bleed. I don't want to bleed. I don't want any cuts. None of that. After I'm done, I'm going to remove the dust, and then I'm going to go in with a sanding band to just remove the surface shine and yeah, prep the nails properly. So because I don't want to be so redundant, I'm going to come back here when I am done fully prepping my right hand. So you guys can watch the process. The only thing that I can tell you is to be extra careful when using your non-dominant hand, and that is basically it. So I'll see you guys soon. So once I am done like prepping the nails, on my right hand, my middle finger, my nail kind of like split, so I did have to like repair that. So I'm going to clip off the broken part, the cracked part. I do this because I do not want to go ahead and do a whole application on top of that crack. Why? Because the foundation of that is not stable, so eventually the whole like nail is gonna break, the gel will break wherever the crack is. So I just thought it fit to just repair the nail, and I'm going to be reconstructing it using polygel. I'm going to apply a thin coat of primer around where I'm going to be putting the polygel. And then I am sorry for being too out of frame while doing this. It is because I'm using my non-dominant hand, so it is quite tricky staying in frame. Then I'm going to apply base coat, and now I'm going to go in with this clear polygel that I have from Wendy Beauty. All the brands that I am going to be using here, I do find at my local supply store, so I'm not able to find any links for them. And I am in Africa, in a small country, so yeah, linking them is just nah, It's not easy, it's not possible at the moment, but I will find alternatives maybe on Amazon eventually. But for now, I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm going to apply the polygel, the bit of polygel on the cracked part, and I'm going to be basically using the skin as my form. I'm not going to be using a paper form or a dual form for this. So I'm just working on A. Then I'm going to cure that, remove the tacky layer with the wipe and some acetone, and then I'm going to reshape that to fit the nail so it just looks as if my nail is proper and there was no crack at all. And this method really worked for me, like it really worked proper. I didn't have any trouble doing that. It was also very quick and easy to do. So I do highly recommend this technique when repairing nails, cracked nails or broken nails. So yeah. So after I'm done with reconstructing my nail, I'm going to go in with some primer and apply a thin coat of that, being sure not to get any of it on the skin. And I'm going to apply one coat on all the nails. I do normally use 2 coats, but I used one for the set. There was really no big reason to it, so it's just preference, honestly. But when using polygel or acrylic, I advise using 2 coats if you struggle with lifting. After doing that, I'm going to be going in with my base coat, a thin layer of that, and then curing it for 60 seconds. I did do 2 coats to build structure on the nail and to just strengthen it a little bit more since it is my natural nail. So after curing the base coat, I will be getting into the nail art. So this set is basically a set that I found on Pinterest. It is a black short manicure set, and for that I'm going to be using my black gel polish, and I'm going to be applying that on the rest of my fingers and the rest of my nails besides the ring finger. That one will have a nude gel polish as a base with some black nail art. So to start off, I'm going to be using my gel brush. One of my brushes, honestly, I felt it was going to be suitable for applying the gel polish. So I'm going to be doing 2 thin coats of the black. When applying very opaque colors, you will really need to like use thin layers rather than using one thick coat. Why? Because it will not cure thoroughly and you will then have to undo the whole nail and start over, and that is just added work and a waste of time. So now I'm going to be applying the gel polish, and then I'm going to be using my liner brush to get a nice clean look and just get closer to the cuticles and the side wall without actually touching the skin. And if you're like me and struggle with like keeping your jaw polish from your skin, I would really recommend this method. It really works and it really helps you to just get your nail set looking all nice and neat and clean. So yeah, I'm going to do that for my pinky, middle finger, index finger, as well as my thumb. I will go ahead and apply the second coat of black off camera to just save us some time because this video is already very long. But yeah. So after curing the black gel polish for 60 seconds each for each coat, I'm now going to be applying the nude gel polish onto my ring finger. So I do not have a nude that matches the one that was in the inspo picture, so I had to custom mix one. For that, I used white gel polish, some pink gel polish from Blink Girl, as well as my base coat. The base coat was mainly there to create that sheer look to it. And then I also added in some nude gel polish that I once used when I was doing my birthday nails. And then I'm going to use my liner brush to apply that. I felt like since I'm already using the liner brush to mix it up, I can just go ahead and do this. And it also helps get neater application, as well as remove those air bubbles, because when you're mixing a color, the problem is you will get air bubbles and you will have to pop them. That is one of the downsides of custom mixing your own gel polishes. But after that, I'm going to cure the gel polish for 60 seconds as well. And then I'm going to be going in with the nail art. So for this nail art, I am doing, it's those lens flare type of stars. I don't know if that's the right word for it. But yeah, and I did kind of like struggle when doing these, mainly because it was my first time doing them. I pushed myself and I was too hard on myself. I was overthinking the whole thing. I think I had to do like 8 tries for each star. And then now that I'm watching this and I'm editing it, I feel like I should have just stuck to the first one because the first one looks so nice. And then I'm not really happy with the one that I ended up with, but they were okay. So because I did notice that I would have to wipe off the design too many times, I went in and applied a layer of top coat, sorry, to protect my jaw polish. I applied that and I cured it for 90 seconds under my lamp. And then I will be going in with the nail art as well. Now, do bear with me, I did struggle a lot, but I got it done and I learned a lot. So, yeah. All I can say is that when you're doing intricate nail art, don't be too hard on yourself and don't overthink too much and don't be too much of a perfectionist, because I feel like when you do that you try to get it perfect but then you mess it up, you know? It doesn't go the way you like and then you start feeling like I shouldn't have done that, but it's already done. So yeah. Then I'm going to start off by applying a dot of white gel polish, and then I'm going to use my liner brush. It is a very thin bristled liner brush and I do highly recommend using one for this type of design because it gets those sharp edges to the star that you really want, honestly. And yeah, I do think this would be a better brush to use compared to a thicker brush. It will not look as nice or as neat. And I'm going to do that and on my middle finger. Then after getting the star, I'm going to be adding some white dots to it to just add more detail, basically. So once I'm done with the nail art on my middle finger, I'll be curing that for 60 seconds and then I'm going to get into the nail art on my ring finger. So on this nail I will be doing some cloud design, but it's going to be with black gel polish. And then I'm going to add those stars, the very same stars, but I will be doing like 2 stars on this nail. And then I'll also add the dots as well to add that detail. So for this design for the cloud, you could definitely go ahead and use your dotting tool. I just felt like it was easier for me to draw it on with the liner brush. I got the shape that I wanted, and then I am going to apply the first thin coat, cure that, and if you feel like it's a bit too sheer, you can go ahead and add another coat. I did, and to just get the nice opacity of the black as well as make the set look amazing. So now I'm going to be going in with the stars as well. I did also like do a lot of tries on this nail as well, but yeah. Now if you're struggling with getting your hand stable, you could get something else and just balance your nail on that. I used my cuticle oil thing. It was the nice height because I felt like the white gel polish was a bit too long, so I used the cuticle oil to do that. So once I was done with the nail art, I cured that for 60 seconds, and then I will be going in with some top coat on the middle finger as well as the ring finger, since I did already top coat the rest of the nails prior to doing the nail art. So after applying the top coat, I am going to cure that for 90 seconds under the light, and then I'm going to be applying my cuticle oil on my cuticles to just rehydrate the skin and moisturize it as well. So that is just basically the whole set, and I guess this is where the video would have ended if I didn't like decide to do my other hand for you guys. So I couldn't do the hands on the same day. That is why I had to do the other hand separately and everything. But I am going to be showing you how I did my right hand. So yeah, I'm going to start off by using a wipe and some acetone to just remove any oils on the nails that could be there. Since it is a different day, I could have touched anything and everything. So yeah. And then I'm going to go in with a thin layer of primer, and then I'm going to do a thin layer of base coat and cure that for 60 seconds. So this part is just redundant honestly, but I did want to show you guys how I use my non-dominant hand, because I know it is not an easy thing to do honestly, like doing your own nails and when you have to use your non-dominant hand, it's not as easy as we would like to think or we would like it to be, honestly. I'm going to clean up the sides, and then I'm going to cure that and apply the second coat of base coat. And then since I already showed you the clip of me mixing custom mixing the nude, I felt like I could cut that out for this hand. But with this hand, what I did realize was the fact that this nude was a bit too pink or too opaque for what I was going for, but it still worked. It's just that it's not really a perfect match with the one on my left hand. But so for now, for this hand, I am going to start off by applying the nude first. I felt like black gel polish is a bit messy and everything, so I felt like just to get the lighter color out of the way, and then I'll do the black gel polish later. I do use acetone and a brush to clean up the sides and the cuticle area. It really works well for me, and it doesn't leave much of a trace or anything. It just looks nice and clean. After curing that, I will be going in with the black gel polish, and again I am using thin coats for this. And since I am using my non-dominant hand, I am really just trying to be patient with myself and taking things slow. I'm not rushing at all, because honestly, you need to be extra careful when you're using your non-dominant hand. It is very easy to just slip up, or maybe if your hand is a bit shaky and everything, you just need to take your time, relax, don't overthink it, and just do it. As you continue, it gets a whole lot better, because honestly, from the first set that I did on myself to now, my non-dominant hand has improved a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it is just, and sometimes I feel like this hand comes out a whole lot prettier than the other one, and I think it's because I focus a whole lot more than I do when I'm using my non-dominant hand. So I'm going to apply the black gel polish, and then I'm also going to apply the second coat of that and cure it. Use thin coats to avoid your gel polish not curing all the way through. So after applying the black gel polish and curing both coats, I'm going to go in and do the nail art on my ring finger. I'm going to be using my dotting tool, like I had mentioned earlier. You could use this, and I thought maybe I would try it out, but I really didn't like it, and I did have to go in with my liner brush to just perfect that curve and everything on the clouds. I am starting with this to kind of avoid the huge mess that comes with using black gel polish, honestly. I am going to cure that and apply a second coat to just increase the opacity of the color, and then I will be going in with the stars as well to just for the design, and also add on those tiny dots to just add in a bit more a bit more detail to the nail set. So after applying the second coat of black gel polish, I'm going to go in with my top coat to protect the black gel polish from the acetone, as I will be doing a lot of trial and error with this design. I'm going to cure that for 90 seconds under the lamp. So after curing the top coat, I'm going to be going in with the nail art. For that, I'm going to be using my white gel polish and my dotting tool to place the dots for the stars as well. To draw the stars, I'm going to need my liner brush, and I'm going to have it with very, very little gel polish on it, so that my lines are more thin and more precise and better looking for this type of stars. I think that is how I would advise you guys to do the stars, but you could do them in a way that you're more comfortable with and one that you feel bears the results that you like. Um to also to get a more precise line, I would highly recommend stabilizing your hand by just placing your pinky or your ring finger, like you see me do, on the nail that I'm drawing on or on my hand. This helps stabilize my hand and reduces shaking, so my lines are more straight and precise than they would be as compared to me not stabilizing my hand. So I'm going to be applying the top coat on the nail art as well as still the free edge, and then I will be curing that for 90 seconds. I do sometimes do 2 rounds of 60 seconds or sometimes just do one 90-second round. After curing the top coat, I'm going to grab a file and reshape the nails just a little bit because the gel polish kind of distorted my shape just a bit. And then I will be going in with some cuticle oil on my cuticles to moisturize them. I'm going to do that for both hands because why not? So I do think that the set turned out quite cute and I like it. I'm really happy about it. The stars could have been better, but it is what it is right now. So let me know what you think of this set in the comments section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye.